Hey guys, thanks for joining me back in my shop. In this video, I'm going to show you my version of a pallet breaker. I tend to get a few of these from time to time, and sometimes the wood is good and sometimes it's not worth using. But the end result is I have to get rid of it somehow. And unfortunately, you can't just leave it out at the curb for the garbage people to take it, so you have to break them up. So the alternative is to use a Sawzall and cut them up, or try to break them apart by hand. And when I want to use the pallet for salvageable material, it's hard to do without breaking the pieces, the pallet pieces apart and breaking them up into smaller pieces where they're not usable or they don't look good. So I've come up with this idea, and in this video I'll show you how I put this together. Okay, the components of the fork are going to consist of this round stock here, which I've just used scrap. This is 1 5/8 inch outside diameter. These are 2 inch by it's a little over 1/4. I think it's 3/8 flat stock, and it's all just scrap. I didn't buy any of it. I'm going to put this together like this, weld it up. Chose to do it like this because I want this part here to act as sort of a fulcrum, and I want the forks to roll instead of being a piece of flat stock or whatever. And I think it's going to offer a lot more support to the forks. So let's get it tacked up, and then we'll make sure it's all square and straight, and then we'll go ahead and weld it out. Okay, I've got the round bar welded to the forks, and now we're going to have to let this cool a little bit so I don't burn myself dealing with it, but I'm going to weld all this together. I'm going to weld the back side, because there's going to be a lot of force on these forks here. I don't want to break these things off, so let that cool a little bit so I can move it around, turn it upside down, weld the back side, and bring you along for that. Okay, so I think I'm going to make a couple more passes on that, try to fill all that in, make it as strong as possible. Well, there it is, all welded out. Time to give it a coat of paint I really don't have to paint it, but I don't know, it kind of looks nicer when you paint it and it won't get all rusty. Yeah, I'm not going to use this a whole lot, but those times when I need it, it's going to be available for me, and I chose to make it so that the handle was not permanently attached to the forks, because that way I could take this unit and just put it in a cabinet or in a drawer somewhere, and it's out of the way, and then the pipe can just hang in the corner. So I've got to get a pin for this, so I'm gonna buy that at Tractor Supply and get it painted up, and I'll bring you back when it's totally finished, and we'll break down a couple of pallets. All right, so close up this. Again, I wanted to be able to take this apart and not have to deal with it being in my way. I could put this in a drawer, or I could put this off to the side and put the pipe in the corner, hang the pipe, whatever I chose. But I really put a lot of force on this tool when I was breaking apart this pallet. I think this was more the exception than the rule, because I've broken pallets apart before and they were a lot easier than this with just a hammer and a crowbar. This pallet that I broke apart, it tended to just break up into pieces. It was just old and pretty much shot. But the good news is that all the welds held very good. Nothing bent except for this post, which is actually very thick steel. It's almost 1/4 inch round pipe. But I got to say that if I find a pallet that's made of pine, this is probably going to work a whole lot better. All right, guys, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. I certainly appreciate it. And I just wanted to also add that about 2 weeks ago, I hit 10,000 lifetime views on my channel, and I want to say thank you to everyone that's watched all my videos. I posted this on Facebook, and I really appreciate the support, and it's encouraged me, to do more of these videos. But I'm going to try to make sure that the videos that I do are going to be shorter in length, because I think that's more in line with what people want to see. So again, I want to thank everyone that's helped me get to the 10,000. As you know, if you don't know, YouTube's kind of changed their policy a little bit on the way that they rank and rate and monetize and all of that stuff. And I've noticed that once I've reached that 10,000 views on the 25, now 26 videos that I have, the amount of views has gone up dramatically. So not that really means a whole lot other than people are watching my content, but I do appreciate that, and that's what inspires me and helps me decide to do more videos. So anyway, again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.
Are you tired?